Over the past few decades, Saudi Arabia has become the world's biggest playground for architectural ambition. We're talking about a place where go big or go home isn't just a motto, it's practically a national law. From futuristic mega-developments that look like they were dreamed up by sci-fi writers on a caffeine high, to entire cities sprouting out of the desert like particularly wealthy cacti, the kingdom has made it clear they don't do small. Now, under the direction of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who seems to think that the sky isn't just the limit, it's the starting line, Saudi Arabia is rocketing forward into a future so bold and revolutionary that it occasionally leaves reality in the dust. But hey, who needs reality when you've got billions of dollars and a dream? Despite a few stumbles, because let's face it, even a billionaire can trip over their own ambitions, the rulers of Riyadh aren't backing down. They've got their sights set on their next target, a skyscraper so tall that it's basically giving the Burj Khalifa the middle finger from space. And today, we're going to take a closer look at this sky-high scheme. So, what's the latest buzz? In early March, the UK's Architects Journal dropped an exclusive scoop from the architectural wizards at Fosterpool Partners. These are the folks who look at regular buildings and say, "That's cute, but what if it was twice as tall and could probably withstand a meteor strike?" According to the scoop, Saudi Arabia is planning a skyscraper that's a mind-blowing 2 kilometers tall. Yes, you heard that right. Double the Burj Khalifa. That's not just setting records, that's smashing them and then building a taller record to stand on top of the rubble. To put this into perspective, this skyscraper would be nearly 4 times the height of One World Trade Center and almost 7 times taller than the Eiffel Tower. Sorry, Paris, your Iron Lady just got seriously upstaged. As for what this towering behemoth is going to be used for, well, your guess is as good as ours. A luxury hotel for really ambitious birds. A giant sandstorm shelter? Who knows? All we've got is a height, a general location just north of Riyadh, near the soon-to-be-renamed King Salman International Airport, and the promise that the Saudi government is fully backing it with their Scrooge McDuck levels of cash. Now, if you've been following Saudi Arabia's mega projects, you might be thinking, here we go again. And honestly, we don't blame you. The kingdom has a bit of a reputation for announcing projects that sound more like Bond villain lairs than actual, feasible developments. But let's give credit where it's due. Every mega project deserves at least a moment of polite applause before the skeptics start sharpening their pitchforks. Saudi Arabia is the kid in the candy store of global mega projects. Only instead of a sugar rush, they're powered by oil money and a desire to make Dubai look like a quaint little village. Take Neom, for example. This was supposed to be the ultimate utopia, a city stretched across 26,000 square kilometers, with AI doing everything from washing your dishes to deciding what you should wear. It was like something out of a science fiction novel, but with a price tag so high that even Elon Musk would raise an eyebrow. But as it turns out, even in Saudi Arabia, you can bite off more than you can chew. Neom has hit some bumps in the road, to say the least. Imagine trying to bake a cake the size of a small country and then realizing halfway through that you're out of flour. The Saudis are still insisting everything's on track, but the whispers suggest otherwise.
There's no more money.
The once limitless Public Investment Fund, PIF, which sounds like the kind of thing Batman would fund if he got bored, is starting to feel the pinch. So why roll out a new skyscraper now? We've got 2 theories. The first, this is a classic case of "look over here" syndrome. If Neom is starting to look more like a pipe dream than a real project, then why not distract everyone with something even taller and shinier? After all, nothing says everything's fine like announcing a building that could give God a run for his money on a clear day.
Oh my God.
The second theory, it's all about replacing one ambitious project with another, but on a slightly smaller scale. Because when you're downsizing from a $1.5 trillion city to a mere $15 billion skyscraper, it's practically thrift shopping. But let's get down to the real question. Can they actually pull this off? According to the experts, the answer is probably. We're living in an age where building a mile-high skyscraper is considered a fun engineering challenge rather than a fever dream. But just because you can doesn't always mean you should, especially when you're dealing with something that could literally sway in the wind like a giant, very expensive palm tree. Saudi Arabia has the money and the motivation, but let's not forget about the Jeddah Tower, once touted as the next big thing, now standing half-finished and forlorn, like a broken promise made of concrete. If this new skyscraper ends up going the same way, it'll be a very tall, very expensive reminder that sometimes ambition has a funny way of tripping over itself. So, where does this leave us? Will this 2-kilometer tower rise majestically into the sky? Or will it join the ranks of Saudi Arabia's many unrealized dreams? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. The kingdom isn't giving up on its quest to build the tallest, the biggest, and the most jaw-droppingly ambitious projects the world has ever seen. Whether you're a skeptic or a fan, you've got to admit, Saudi Arabia knows how to keep things interesting. And hey, who doesn't love a good skyscraper story, especially when it comes with a side of mystery, a dash of audacity, and a whole lot of cash?
Thanks for being with Colossal Projects today, where we see building beyond the limits.